The Supreme Court will today hear a batch of petitions challenging the Agnipath Recruitment Scheme for Defence Forces. The central government has also filed a caveat application in the Supreme Court urging it to hear the government. A PIL has also been filed by an advocate seeking directions to the centre to reconsider its Agnipath Recruitment Scheme. Harish joining us for more on this. Harish, good morning. Tell us what's expected in the Supreme Court as far as this Agnipath case is concerned.
Yes, that's right. Supreme Court will be hearing three petitions challenging the centre's Agnipath scheme in that short-term recruitment to the forces. The petitions coming up today are filed by two advocates, ML Sharma and Harsh Ajay, and an ex-serviceman, Ravindra Singh Shekhawat. Harsh Ajay Singh has claimed that Agnipath trained in arms, but with no commensurate jobs, have a chance of going astray. And ML Sharma said the scheme is contrary to the constitutional provisions and without having approval of the parliament and without any gazette notification. The petition said such experimental radical change in the structure and pattern of the military can lead to strategic uncertainties which could compromise the security of the country. Shekhawat's plea has sought direction to the Committee of Veterans, the Chief of all Armed Forces and other experts to look into the proposed scheme, besides initiating a pilot project to study the cause and effect of the scheme. And as you rightly said, the centre has also filed a caveat, which means that centre pleads that it also be heard before any order is passed in these PILs. So we'll have to wait and watch what kind of order the Supreme Court will pass when these three petitions come up for hearing. Back to you.
All right, Harish, keep tracking those developments for us. We'll come back to you during the day once that hearing begins. And breaking news coming in, RJD MP Manoj Jha has given suspension of business notice in Rajya Sabha to discuss the implications of the Agnipath scheme. So Agnipath scheme could find resonance there in Parliament when the Parliament begins its functioning at 11 o'clock this morning. The RJD giving suspension notice in the Rajya Sabha. RJD MP Manoj Jha giving the suspension of business notice in the upper house of Parliament to discuss the implications of Agnipath scheme and the denial of opportunities to RRB aspirants. So RJD now giving a notice, a suspension notice in Rajya Sabha over the Agnipath scheme to discuss the implications of Agnipath scheme for recruitment into the military forces. The RJD MP moving that notice, giving the suspension of business notice in Rajya Sabha.